Hello everyone, Michael S. Ward here. Well, this is my honest review of Big Brother 27, episode 18. It was wild, it was a wild ride. And as usual, this season, nothing has been boring about it. It's just been typical, crazy, good fun Big Brother. And I have to admit, right off the bat, I was wrong about one of the contestants as having it easy to get through. For those of you who's already watched it, you know what I'm talking about. What's his name? Zach was supposed to, in my opinion, supposed to be the golden boy. I thought he was up there by accident, but he was up there. So the episode starts with Mickey strategizing with Ashley. And Mickey basically did the same thing that Morgan did with Rachel. She amplified herself as being the number one to help get to the ending on Big Brother. And Ashley was picking it up on her, as ditzy as Ashley can be. She knew when she was being kind of not really talked down to, but expected to play a role to help Mickey get to the top. And I couldn't believe Mickey was saying this to Ashley. I guess she thought Ashley was so airheaded that she wouldn't catch on. But she was saying stuff like, you're my team. She had labeled them as her team, my team. Ashley was part of her team. Not that Ashley and her were co-workers. She didn't say our team. Ashley had to correct her and say, us, our team. And Mickey's like, oh, yeah. Like that did not sink in. She was so lost in her own thoughts of strategy that she was just saying insulting things to poor old Ashley. And, well, Ashley didn't take it too well. And she felt like Mickey was downgrading her in a way. And, well, tell you the truth, Mickey was. And I'm a Mickey fan, but after watching Morgan and Rachel, I know that is not the way you talk to one of your house members. And then Kelly was showing that she holds a grudge on Zach for getting out Adrian. Because, she voted for Adrian and he lost. And apparently she's not moving on. She wants him out. And then Ashley did the same thing that Rachel did when Morgan gave her that my team downsized speech that she was giving, that Mickey was giving Ashley. Ashley went and told Rachel about Mickey's attitude. So that was twin things that happened about the same thing. And both of them shouldn't have happened. Morgan shouldn't have tried to downplay Rachel, and Mickey shouldn't have tried to downplay Ashley. That's just like saying, you're nobody. You're going to have to help me. So, and what I was realizing from the conversations in it, that it was a surprise that Zach was on the radar, because after Kelly and a few conversations that people were having, they were actually leaning towards Zach more. And Ava, even the HOH young lady, was feeling sympathy for Vince. And I thought Vince was going to be easy out because of his admitted Weasley way he played. Because he called himself Weasley. He was a weasel, he said. And I thought, well, that's it. He knows what he is. And so he's been wearing that egg costume from the last game. And he was trying to convince everyone about voting for him. And another thing, Zach was playing lover boy with his friend in a hammock, and Morgan was a little jealous. And he thought they didn't see him in the hammock with, oh, I don't know who the young lady was. She's another one of those people that's fading into the bushes that I don't know her name. She's got dark hair, and she's almost like Catherine. I had to think about Catherine all the time. And then there's another young lady that just fades into the bushes. So, but he was in that hammock, and Morgan came to looking around in the backyard, and she said something to the young lady in the hammock, and he was covered up underneath it, trying not to be seen, and she picked up on that. And what did she pick up on that for? Because it was him trying to hide from her. So after that, he immediately went in and started to cuddle up to her. Zach was being a player. He was just being a player in a small house. And, pick a lane and stay in it. So he immediately goes back to Morgan and talks to her and convinces her, tells her he has a secret power. And Morgan's like, okay, she went with it and everything. But basically, he flirted with her and the other girl. And, she was a scorned woman on that because, it's after you get out of the hammock with your other woman and come to the woman that you want to be your friend to vote, well, it just didn't work out. So, what I was going to say here? Oh, yeah. So they had, oh, by the way, did you see Julie's outfit? I thought that was really nice. Blue jeans, flower top, and gold shoes. That was nice. And, oh, I wanted to mention to you, too, that new theme music they got at the beginning. I like the other one that they had, but this one grows on you after you watch it for a couple episodes. I know nobody talks about the theme music, but they kind of toned it down, sold it up, gave it a nice little rhythm to it. Now, that's pretty good. Now, as far as the contest for the winning the eviction, it was it starts off with Keanu being a 3-time comp man. He's won 3 of the games that they've had, and let's face facts, won them easily. He's got some kind of Zen state going in his mind when he plays anything. So when they got ready to play, the game was called Jumbo Gemstones. I thought this was a difficult one. Boy, you should have seen Vince trying to change to do the gemstone challenge. Now you have to line up 3 of the gemstones with the same color on 3 different slots. It sounds easy, but it wasn't as easy as you might think. And Vince and Zach, boy, they was hustling like soldiers. And once again, Keno does this eerie thing of just stopping, looking, analyzing, looking, analyze, stopped. And he goes and puts these things together. And while you're paying attention to Vince hopping around trying to get this thing, and watching Zach hop around and try to get those things, Keanu wins. Again, that makes him a 4-time winner. And once again, he removes himself off of the block. So that leaves Zach and Vince to be voted out. And I just knew they were going to get Zach, but then I really felt like Ava was leaning towards him. And I think a lot of it had to do with that costume he was wearing, the boiled egg he was wearing. And he had the cute factor going on through the house. He had the lonely, sweet little guy. I would have voted for Zach if Vince was running around like that. I mean, he didn't complain. He put on the costume. He had moments of thoughts that they played on Big Brother, which I thought, well, that was cute. And they just showed him thinking, like, it was just silly, but it was, that's part of Big Brother. Big Brother has the cute factor, the crazy factor going on at different times. So I really thought he had turned on the cute factor on everybody. But okay, so they had the eviction time, and lo and behold, Zach and his $10,000 got voted out. Can you believe that? I was so wrong. And the song that keeps popping in my mind is that song by Diana Ross, where she screams, "I was so wrong." Because she thought she was the boss. I thought I was the boss, and picking out Keanu to stay in. But Keanu got voted out with a harshness because Vince turned on the cute factory with that crazy costume. Like I said, I probably would have voted for Zach too, because Vince was looking pitiful in there, and he played it up. He sympathized. He went up to people. He worked it, and you had to give him credit. So it was a good episode in that. And when Zach lost, it was so funny at the end. Julie talked to him and says, you had that $10,000 and you could have took yourself off of the block. And he gave his explanation why he didn't use it. Well, Julie says, come a little closer. Come here. And then he comes up and leans in, and Julie takes her paper and slaps him on the head. Why did you use that $10,000? She was right. She was right. She know the game. He had that $10,000, because if he had used that $10,000, he wouldn't have been as much of a target, because they would have said he would have been out of the way on this part of the show, and people would say, well, he's already given up $10,000 and he doesn't have it. And apparently he didn't win any money in that contest they played last one, because I wondered, did they get money off of that? But apparently they didn't. But Zach is gone. So now we've got to have another contest coming up. But for the weekend, we've just got to think about what the next contest is going to be, with Vince back in the game and Keanu back in the game again after incredible wins. You know, it's hard to even not side with him. If he gets too far in the game, you know, you'd have to give him an award just for surviving all of these evictions with such ease. Yeah, he's that good. I don't want him to be that good, but he's that good. Admit it. Yeah. All right, folks. This has been a wonderful time with you, and let's wait for that next episode. All of you have a great time. Thank you for dropping in. Bye-bye.